we should push each other, right? Then basically banabanye ba producer equality ebonayo ukuthi at the end of the day this one umuntu uyayenza and makayenza akafaki effort and aka-invest kuyo as much as ufuna support, right?
Yeah.
Then I expect we should support him or we should support her for the fact that it's black-owned business. Which at the end of the day, say find out my sister pressure, sister forced or with no.
You've just stepped into an empty street, a podcast where we casually engage in difficult conversations about relationships, wealth, and health. We are just three curious gentlemen who ask questions almost about everything, and our aim is to find answers from others and within ourselves. We sit down every week to explore unaltered conversations. So let's walk the talk together, and welcome to the Empty Street Podcast.
In 3,
2,
1, and we rolling.
welcome to the Empty Street Podcast.
We back.
With another one, man. It's another
Yeah.
Tuesday as usual.
Another
As
day,
usual.
another day, another day.
We don't miss.
We had the robot.
We had the robot.
Not caught in the street.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to bring it. We have
Long
to
as it's
bring
in
it.
the street,
Yeah,
though.
As long as
go
in the
on.
street.
Yeah.
I think they've actually been asking, what happened? I think the episode about good dates and bad dates.
Oh, yeah.
They asked what happened. I thought you guys were an Empty Street podcast. Mara nisha indoors.
We were
whatever
indoors,
it is,
yeah.
you know. But I think it's also it's worth them knowing what those kind of instances. It normally happens when it's either it's like weather conditions that are out of our own control.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
we are in imvula or bad lighting,
Yeah.
then it will force
can't
us.
do anything.
There's
Yeah,
nothing we
we
can
can't
do.
do
It will force
anything.
us to actually
Do
go
it.
indoors.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're not gonna pay us for sitting out here in imvula.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Hey,
be in the
man,
rain,
imvula
though.
nye was half.
Yeah.
Unless they're willing to pay us, so blow man.
Zoplo.
Yeah, or they must get us subs.
Must get the Puma on set.
Yeah.
Must smelling a towel.
Yeah.
Or if we get to 500 subs, maybe we'll do an episode in Vule.
Emvule.
Yeah.
If we get to 500 subs,
Yeah.
we'll do a rainy episode.
So you know what that means.
Yeah.
500 subs.
Share.
Share,
Post.
subscribe, comment.
Do everything that is called.
Hey, all the good stuff. All
Yeah.
the good stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Quality
Otherwise,
push, yeah.
otherwise we can't give you all the good content. You know. Otherwise we will keep giving you indoor episodes. Yeah. If you can get us to 500 subs, you'll get street
Definitely.
episodes only.
Yeah.
But until then, they'll have to deal
But
with
then
what
the
we have.
data say shy Emvule. I think shy 2 episode is Emvule. Just next week being
Hey, being a team.
Yeah.
but already say shy Emvule.
Yeah.
Yeah, one. Labo sisingama shy tell us straight so.
The only problem would just be the
Equipment.
appliance, the equipment and all
Yeah.
of that. That's the
Yeah.
only thing that would set us back. You know?
Yeah.
But I mean, if push comes to shove, we'll do it.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe must khona ukuthola imali singathenga ama camera waterproof, water
sure.
resistant.
You know. I mean, what we're using now is water resistant as well. It's just the
Yeah.
other stuff,
Yeah,
like the
yeah, the
mics
other
and stuff.
stuff,
Yeah.
You know, those are the stuff that aren't really water resistant.
Yeah, and even that we are waterproof.
Yeah, we also not water resistant. Flu. All for what? Content.
Content.
It's gonna kill the youth. Content is killing the youth.
Hey.
But as long as we pushing out good content, you know.
Yeah, that's what's important.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
content.
What we're pushing out, what we're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it's laying on good
Even
ears,
if you had to
that'd be
look
good.
back 10 years down the line, you'll still be proud of what you actually released.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
10 years down the line, you can't relate anymore. I want that. Mara, 11 years.
It's
It's
bad.
too little, too late.
Ukhuluma ngento beyitrend at
It-
that time.
And it's I say relevant.
No.
Yeah.
Also,
But then mina ngithanda ukushaya shout out to the black owned businesses or black-owned business that put us on today was
Oh, yeah,
the way
fourth level.
Smahle ngakhona.
Fourth level.
Ngangithola Smahle, the way
Shout out to
Smahle
the
ngakhona.
black-owned businesses.
Hey,
You
shout
know,
out
shout
to
out
the-
to fourth level marketing.
Yeah. Good eye.
For the match.
Yeah,
For the
match.
match. Yeah, they probably ask you what happened to these guys? They look pimped up.
Yeah.
It's pimpy over there. Look pimpy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
massively
no,
we
surprised.
look nice.
Yeah,
We look
if
nice.
you guys
Nice
ever want
wow.
your clothes embroidered, designed, or whatever the case is, you guys can look up
Also
fourth,
deal with the signage, no?
signage
Yeah,
as
yeah.
well, marketing. You can look up fourth level marketing. I mean, if you want marketing, you can even look up empty frame.
Empty frame, yeah.
You don't even have
Empty
to
Got
frame
you
branding
covered.
and marketing,
You
yeah.
know, so
Got you covered, yeah.
yeah, man. But yeah, I mean, since you were speaking on black-owned businesses, you know,
Sure.
there was something you mentioned about black-owned businesses. I don't know if you wanna let them know what your thoughts are on black-owned businesses. Or...
Black-owned businesses, I think it's one thing esinayo manje ukuthi sikhona ukuthi supportane among each other as black people. I want sikhona ukupushana
Yeah.
because as we know ukuthi most of the businesses are corner that they are owned by white people. We're not trying to do a comparison, but then at the end of the day, we are more focused on the black-owned businesses. So ukuthi once we see a business that is black-owned, we're trying to push our own to make sure ukuthi they reach whichever level they want to be.
A level of success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through us, not only business supporter, Kogi Gucci wears, there's some guy in
With
the
the
corner.
proper brand.
With the proper pen, proper design, then you're
Proper
born
quality
with proper
as well,
quality.
yeah.
So why should we go all the way to another country? We should just support each other. So yeah. So ilento le benginayo ngishuthi ebengiyibona ukuthi kanjani. But then at the end of the day, as much as sifuna ukupushana sisodwa, but size sibe nale stigma yokuthi as black-owned businesses, we should push each other, right? Then bese kuba nabanye bayoproducer equality ebonayo ukuthi at the end of the day, this one umuntu uyayenza and makayenza akafaki effort and aka-investi kuyo as much as ufuna support, right?
Yeah.
Then bese I expect ukuthi we should support him or we should support her for the fact that it's black-owned business. Which at the end of the day, sekufana ukuthi mase siya pressure or siya forced ukuthi no, this business is black-owned business. So you guys should support me. No matter uyabona i-product yakhona at the end of the day ayikho. Angithola. So my product anjalo, my product are different. Can be a clothing product, can be a food outlet. Angithola. Can be even a services that you provide. Angithola because kunabantu abakhona ukuprovide i-service. Then makazile la even i-service encane, checka nge-service umuntu azokugondela utshani.
Yeah.
Umuntu yazofika agundela utshani makumyeke ayenze into yakhe. But uthi aceda lapho uyabona ukuthi you're not satisfied. Wangithola. Then mawuzomtshela ukuthi how are you not satisfied? Not ukuthi mawuthi saying ukuthi I'm not satisfied in a manner ukuthi try to disrespect or just because you black. Ngithola ubona ngathi une advantage ukuthi you can speak out. But then uyabona ukuthi akakusatisfy ngejob ayenzi. Then uthi uyatry ukuthi yakhuluma la then kuba nalento ukuthi ke uyazi ukuthi the way thina sikhona ukurespond ngakhona. Maybe sofuna ukulwa or ubona ngathi uyam-undermine yabona into ezikanjalo. So whatever attitude even behind the black-owned business, because even there is an attitude behind that. So izinto ezikanjalo ngiyabona ukuthi esinazo. But then kuze sikhona ukuthi sikhona ukuthi divide ekreni kamnani equality. Siqale nje ngequality. So far experience owaba nayo i-product okwayithola into owabona ukuthi uzama ukuyithenga then wabona ukuthi the product ekhona ayizange ibe right in terms of equality or whatever by produce.
I think we should start it from before quality.
Before quality, okay.
Because before quality, there's something called word of mouth.
Sure.
Before Uguti, you get to experience that product or service you're you hear it or you see it somewhere.
Recommendation.
Recommendation. From their marketing, if they did the marketing. So I feel like with most of our black-owned businesses, or rather say most of our businesses as black people, there's something we skip, which is branding.
And that's very important.
The one
branding
thing
part.
we do is clothing branding for
Support a lot.
it's design logo nje kuphela. Design logo and then that's it. You paste it on your t-shirt or whatever product
you sell.
and then you
give
sell.
it to people.
And good branding has its
levels.
Has its levels.
It has levels.
Yeah, there's something called positioning.
Yeah.
That's where you should get it right. Positioning your brand.
Yeah, brand positioning.
That's where you pick your market. You choose messaging, the type of messaging you're gonna
Spread out.
You're gonna spread out. You're gonna have on your copy
Linked
or your
to
marketing
your brand.
campaigns linked to your brand so that people think a certain way. For instance, if you go to Nike or Nike,
Even if you just say just do it, you already know what just
you
do
already
it is
know,
linked to it.
and you know, Guti, that's a brand mostly related with sport, enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Fitness.
Yeah. When you go to our brands of Adidas, you know, Guti, it's kind of like a street culture.
Yeah.
We have those thoughts in our minds because of their brand positioning. We just didn't decide, Guti, Nike is for sports.
Yeah.
It's what they wanted.
It's what they wanted,
start.
yeah.
It's the message they
They
wrote,
put across.
Guti, okay, this is the message that I want my customers to perceive me as, and that's what we keep as.
And this is a market I'm looking in.
Exactly. Yeah, we don't go deep into what branding is and how we will position our brand.
So we just
that
look
other
at
people know Guti. Okay, if you're saying with pushy a brand luxurious, and then you're just gonna say, brand is premium quality, it's luxurious, people should buy it. But the way you communicate to your target market or the type of target market that you're picking doesn't say Guti. It's
You
people
deal
who
with
prefer
luxury.
luxury, or it's people who will see your brand as a luxury. It's just So I think that's the first step that we miss as
So
black
what
entrepreneurs.
you're saying is people just tend to establish a business and right off the bat start selling that business, whether it's a service or a product.
Yeah.
They don't really look into the nitty-gritty parts as to what market am I looking into selling and what message am I actually trying to put across as to when these people think of my brand, what actually do they think about? Is it something
what
that
I want to make them feel when they look at my brand, when an advert comes of my brand, when they see my logo. So isn't it usual? And that's why a logo is very expensive, because it's an icon that kind of
tells the story.
tells the entire story.
Yeah,
The colors used, the type of curves or lines used, everything, the geometry in it.
Yeah, yonkin.
Well,
Because that's the foundation.
It starts there.
Yeah, it's the foundation.
And then you go to your messaging, you go to your copy.
The mission statements.
Exactly.
Yeah, and all of
exactly. So that's the first step we miss. And I'm not saying good people should like spend more time and money on it, because branding is the most expensive part to start. People should start. I'm gonna spend this buy on branding.
But start it.
But start. But no, Guti, starting from something. Because I believe me, no, Guti, you can't just get it right from the get-go.
start.
It's something that happens throughout Guti. You get to position your brand in a way that you want. In a way that you want your consumer to think, to feel, and to experience.
I think that also goes with how you believe in that. How do you believe in that branding to that brand? Because other people, they're just doing it for the sake of doing it. But other people, they're doing it for the sake of they believe in that brand. If you believe in that brand, then that's where you say, I will work on it as time goes on. Every day you wake up, you're trying to improve it.
I was about to say, also, it's the small things, like paying attention to detail. Like things like letterheads, a business profile, basically. Having a business profile, that also, in itself, it sets you apart from the rest.
That's part of branding.
Yeah, it's part of branding. That's
email. You're gonna send about the email.
Everything. Your emails. If you are a business now and you offer a certain service, and I ask you, okay, you know what? I'm comparing costs. There's Ali costs and there's SK costs.
Sure.
And then I come to you, I'm like, can you please provide me an
invoice or
a quote on this specific service?
Yeah.
I come to Ali, I say, please provide me a quote on this specific service. Same service, different companies. No?
Yeah.
And then you come, you just give me a paper blank. It just has a table, it has just an amount of one thing, and the total.
Your company name written
Company
there, then
name,
that's it.
address, email, phelela lapho. Ali comes, he has a logo, he has a letterhead. Une logo,
Kune
une
design.
address, it has a design. Like there's you can see that there was thought put into this.
Professionalism.
Yeah, the costs, it was broken down into each thing. Which, okay, I'm not just going to do this service, but this is what goes into giving you this service. I'm going to probably get you maybe, let's say for instance, same thing as like these teas. I'm gonna first buy you a tea, right? After buying you a tea, I'm gonna render the service of maybe doing the embroidery or the vinyl prints, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
After that, maybe if there's an additional cost of delivery, I'm gonna add that into your invoice. So don't be surprised if you see an additional cost.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
additional costs.
Breaking down everything.
Break down
that
everything
someone
to the
understands,
T,
yeah.
to the T, so that me as the consumer, I understand what I'm paying for. If I come to you, ngithi cela ungakheli bonda, when uzongitshela ukuthi full construction lebonda nayo. But you don't tell me that there's cement that needs to be bought, there's bricks that need to be bought, there's paint that needs to be bought, and all of those things have a cost of their
consumption
own.
as well. Yeah,
what am I
those
paying
things,
for?
yeah.
Because it's not like you have all those things.
Yeah.
Kumbula, when we provide a service, you need to get these products to fulfill your service. Maybe Gaviscon or wherever. Gaviscon's hardband. Ngifuna uthi plus code. For paint, you know, you get a paint. Build it for your cement and bricks. You go to those places and you get those exact numbers. Otherwise, you're just fooling me. You're just pulling numbers out of your ass. That's what I feel it like.
Yeah.
And for me, then
Yeah.
I'll be satisfied. I'll obviously go to the more detailed quotes than eyakho, because eyakho for
The one like fagwe effort
naked.
code.
Yeah,
Like
eyakho
fagwe
naked.
effort code.
Ayina letterhead,
Ola.
ayina next. Impunga ntwana, impunga ayintsheli next, you know. But from just from the logo itself, it tells me a story with, okay, this is what this guy is about.
Yeah.
It's vibrant, it's alive, you know.
It kind of feels professional.
Yeah,
And
it
even
feels
though to me,
professional.
like
Ntwana.
often bothers me umuntu mangazongithumela email from a business yakhe ungithumela
From a
nge-Gmail.
Gmail.
It haunts me, dog. I'm like, nah,
you must
dog.
take your shit seriously.
No.
Because a domain is not that expensive.
Yeah.
You can
It's
pay
20
like,
rand or less.
29 rand.
Yeah, it's
29 rand.
done.
Africa is 29 rand, dog.
These things are not expensive, done.
Nah,
the
dog.
thing is, we don't want to do the research.
That's the
Investment.
thing.
You don't
I
wanna
wanna-
do the
That's why I'm
research.
saying, Guti, yeah, you shouldn't focus a lot on these things
But the
to
small
get your
things,
business started. But just on the small things that will position you as a professional, position you ngale
As an
quality
expert.
othuyayithengisa.
Phela listen to
Yeah,
this
one-
man, Ntwana,
and
like
you
what
have
you just
to.
said.
I want a more entrepreneur. Usaqala.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can't afford to pay people
Yeah.
to have employees
Sure.
that are gonna handle these things for you. It's your duty
Yeah.
to be everything.
Yeah, you
Wena
Vela, you're
mosaqala.
wearing all the hats.
Mosaqala. That's how you start. And then eventually as isikhathi sihamba and you start making your profits and ugrendi, and then that's how you're gonna employ other people. And when those people come, already you've created systems where those people will come and implement those
them,
systems
yeah.
For
and
you.
improve those systems because they are more experts than you at that field. And when you just continue being an entrepreneur
Running the
that you are,
business.
running the business, making sure with you, everything is
People
is
get
proper.
paid.
Yeah, people get paid.
Paid.
And the customer is happy. Yeah,
You
one.
know? So that little boy issue, man, right there. What did you mention now? But fuck, my train of thought just vanished.
Yeah.
But you just mentioned something now, man.
About
You said a lot.
Now,
Yeah,
dog.
I'm going to mention about email now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. So
Okay.
things like that, man. Small things like emails, like getting a domain is something so small but has such a huge impact. You know, if I had to look at an email that says SK at Empty Streets, for instance, I'll know that, okay, this is a business.
Yeah.
These people mean business.
mean business.
Yeah, I'm told, because they clearly took the time to actually get a domain. I'm told, a domain name. As compared to Gmail. This person is here today and gone tomorrow. Yeah, I'm told,
Imagine, manje, if this tumele species communicator and a fourth level marketing
through Gmail.
through Gmail.
Yeah,
manje.
what? That's what I'm
Yeah, what?
saying.
And the emails we were sending were like, whoever at
And
the
that's
name
a
of the
business.
company.
And that's
so
a
now
business.
baya bona ukuthi, oh, manje we are working with the business.
Exactly.
Yeah, what?
And there's reference numbers. So you can tell, okay, there's clearly a list of these things that get handled. So this one will be sitting in this reference now. There's records.
Yeah.
Well, keep a booking of everything you do. Don't just. I think that's also something that's important. Like tracking your day-to-days and like invoices and all of that.
That's very important.
It's very important.
That's
Otherwise,
very important.
what are you working towards?
Goals work.
What are you working towards?
What are your annual plans? What are your 5
If you are Nceba, what are you planning on doing with your revenue, your annual revenue at the end of the month? What are you budgeting towards? If there's profit gained, how do you know there's profit gained if you are not stock taking?
If you don't do that, if you don't record each and every, like your everyday business, you'll end up eating more profits or spending your profits or having wasteful expenditure. And then you compromise the quality of the product or service that you have to deliver.
And it shows,
It shows.
If there's no growth in a company, especially like, let's look at like this nine, like maybe your quarter shop, in the taking some quarter. Probably for 5 years you've been taking some quarter from a container. For 5 years you can't tell me you can't improve the business. In 5 years you can't tell me you can't improve your business.
But it's always packed.
It's always packed. There's always people. Mara,
you're delivering a good
product. You can't tell me you can't expand from that.
But then the foundation is everything. The foundation is everything. My must be a business. Mostly a cars. My zokale cars. Ukumulinte one. Mabayikala abayicala ukuthi bathi base uthi njengabanye abantu bazomayicala ngicala business. I need to make sure it look professional as possible so that it attracts a lot of
people,
clients, right? Abanye mayicala ngalento ukuthi I don't have anything now.
Sure.
So ngiyahereza ngifuna ukuhasila, so manje how do I make a plan? Okay, into engakhona ukuyicala ukuthi ngikhona ukubathengisela la ekhaya. Uyangithola? So ilento ukuthi ngifuna ukuyithengisa, ngikhona ukucover ukudla kwasendlini. Then ngithatha lokho khona ngiphinde ngiqhubeke. Yabona? So ilento lokuthi senze business at the same time sifuna ukuphusha indlala. Yabona, siphusha indlala sishaya business.
So indlala basically cut sokuthi ufocus on business. But it's good practice if you're looking at your business future wise. It's good to have a plan.
It also instills
discipline. It's good to have a plan. Yabona lento some experts would say ukuthi you have a business plan, like with while it's cool, if you were gonna start a business, have a business plan, draft a business plan. And the successful experts will be like, take the business plan, throw it in the trash, because it's not gonna do anything for you. And it's like, it's not gonna do anything for you if you want to give it to people, if you want to propose with it, because no one's gonna read your business plan. Like it's just useless.
It's just paper.
Case. But for you, it helps you to reflect. Even the finances section, it helps you to see your targets. It's to make you see how much you're spending, your liabilities versus your
assets.
Your assets and what you want to achieve, so that you go back and look at your mission, vision, and
all in all is a guideline.
So that it's a guideline for you that you constantly go to. That's what it's for. Before you start any business, you should have a business plan so that you can constantly refer back to it. 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year, you still go to it. Am I still in the right track? Oh, I never knew this, so let me just change it a bit. You write it. It's like your own blueprint.
It's yours, You can change it to your own will.
Even if it's good practice with mom's business, you sit down first and you plan ahead.
Sure.
I mean,
you need to have a 5-year projection.
You should have a plan into how you're gonna go. Most especially among finances. Because our finances can make or break your business.
Like we can say. Everything.
I think ilento bega issue to keeping you live keeping you like if you are actually disciplined. I understand sometimes really push comes to shove really you as a business mailing energy. You know what I mean? But if you are disciplined enough, you can actually like portion the money you send to the business and what money and it can both still work. So I would when every time you cash up, you're on king. Tomorrow you start from zero all over again.
Ever since no Kujo, when we're still at varsity and running this small business,
magical
fixing laptops, fixing laptops, performances, selling merchandise, zonke nje one.
what we do is we know Guti, a business is your baby. So we had this thing, your Guti, you don't eat from the baby.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing.
That's the bottom line.
We are bulali health yakhe kahle bulali development yakhe.
Yeah,
So
cool.
that's
Cool.
so that into besizicala sizitshela yona ukuthi you don't eat from the baby. Whatever money comes in, siyazi ukuthi it's going to our savings. And then another thing most abantu abarana business is that they don't know ukuthi you can invest as a business. So that instead of saving as Shilo on that episode about finances, ukuthi saving is like putting your money under the mattress.
Bed,
So even for your business, you can invest in certain companies. You buy certain shares, and then your company has a portfolio, and that's how you can get loans from other people, from other institutions. If you want a loan to advance your business in a certain way, they see you good. Okay, your asset allocation is like this. Yeah, one.
A typical example about lento ngisho ukuthi the mindset ye foundation to business mama iqala. Let's check for instance because so i3 lana sibuya social sike sa renta ngithola a check kunabantu abayi2 aba rentisa social khona aba rentisa ukuthi u rentisa because uyenzele ndezi business khona u rentisa because ufuna ukuthi akhona ukuvala ama problems wasendlini.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ilabantu ozobothi uyaqala uzofika i-room all check uyabona ukuthi la
so business yakhe it's a hand to mouth.
Yes, uyabona it's hand to mouth. Uyabona ukuthi la kulungiswa akunani into eyenzakalayo ukuthi uzokutshela ukuthi nali i-room because unalento ukuthi uzela uzofuna i-room and mina ngizokwenza ifavor ngizogaya i-room.
Yeah.
So kufana nokuthi uhluphekile and naye
Like
how not choice. So we need something. We are in need of this.
Yeah.
So stranded outside. So this is the room. Then bese so lapho ugaya imali yakho. Mawuthi ayibuka le mali nalento le company yesilo ukuthi escape no tuthi yabuka for 5 years and uyabona ukuthi la muntu akafuna ukuimprove and mawuthi uyaqala uyamtshela ngayo uyakutshela ukuthini no le vele into besiplan ukuthi soyenza
uzuhami
and ukuthi bese uyaqala uyangena uyahlala lapha 1 year gone next then uyaqala kunezinto ezincane uthi usalela uzithonsi lapha uyabona uthi nge-report akusabatshe okay so ilungisa 5 months gone akekho ifix then uyaqala uyapay i-rent then uyambona umuntu ubuya nabo gross uyabona umuntu ubuya nezinto ezigrand uyangithola
kumnandi
endlini but wena umnandi
awukho mnandi
so yakhona ukubona ukuthi ilabantu laba abayijoni babacela ibhizinisi ngijale ukuthi I'm not ngifuna nje just ukuthi
like la joke khona social la kule commune ngibloma kuyo before ngivela le kwaMampo liyama oledi jo ankeni ukuthi imali bekayenzana so it's like makugcwele le yandlu bekunabantu abayi13 yabona so kunabantu abayi13 kunabazobhadala imali ye single kunabazobhadala sharing so i-single has 1.5 and then sharing
half
750 yabona so ngiyathola le mali jo I think ngihleli for 2-3 years 2017 18 and 2017 and 18 Joe le amala ayitholile like akunama improvements la around the only improvement ayenzile nje ukufakela ama tiles because bengena ama tiles phela and then mawuhamba uye indlu yakhe still isase the same akana moto husband yakhe akana moto so uyabuza ukuthi
improvement
there's the money going
le mali uyenzana it's not like unabantwana babhaya unomzukulu oyi1 amkhulisayo kuphela abantwana bakhe already sebabadala ba out there so uyazibuza ukuthi uyenzana noma gogo le mali jo like bongatholisisa ukuthi uyenzana let's hope ukuthi bekunento grand bekayenza bekayisayile mara ifana nalento example oyenzayo manje ukuthi in my eyes it was one of the people bengwabona ukuthi they are not pushing a business but they are pushing it as we student we need indawo yokuhlala that's it
we're doing you a favor via
January ngizothola amanye ama student that desperate who will accept whatever I give them
so now if you find a landlord with that attitude we are talking about someone who's pushing a business we're talking about someone who's rendering a service right? Then has that attitude. Then at the end of the day, we need to support each other as black people, right? We know with more fear that I invite maybe you shall have my resident. I still I lie down. We shall own abantu ba white. Whereas it's now corner abantu bakhona eKasa ba offer ama service ama room. Then but attitude yabi kanjani? Because ngathi ngifike kumunye mama ngifuna iroom mangicharge imali rent. Also lapho ngitshela ngikuthi mangimbuza ukuthi why I cost this much. Wathi yabona la sihlala khona. Lana sibhadalela izitani ezi2. Oh. Ngathi manje mina ngingenaphi ukubhadala izitani ezi2? Cha mina ngizohlala eroomini eli1.
No, phela kumele I calculate something as a server wena as a tenant. Yabona.
Awona ngabona ukuthi alosikhathi leso mawuthi ya check kunama room I think bona ama room engaki 5 lana mawuthi yathola 1 then mangifika mina ngigcwalisa lesi 2 then so ngesikhathi nokujana 1 as usho mawuceda umunye uceda uyashuthi unattitude ukuthi vaya then uzothola abanye so why angabatholi ngelelanga ngibuza question ukuthi why lindawo yakhe ingagcwali uthi hayi just buka ukuthi manje iphakathi naphakathi so abantu ababona ukuthi kunebhodi lapha eshoto wena nama room and khona bangana bhodi but bagcwele ama room abo wena yakho uthi wayengagcwali athi angazi beba ngimarket grand uthi ayikho le ama check la room phakathi awekho mahle kahle ngalama room wenzela ama student favor ukuthi azohlala awubaniki iservice ukuthi mina ngiservice ngama room ozani ngizothola ama room iservice ngizomgaya yona is worth imali ozokhona ukuthi uyipay understand ukuthi umuntu le mali ayikhipha imali esikhipha yabazali bethu imali abayisipanele kanzima ukuthi ngifike senze sure ukuthi
nami ngicomfortable
la ngihleli khona angithola isira
manje just good indawo yokulala
uyangithola
true
phela ukhumbula indawo esiphila kuyo most than ngiphila kuye ekhaya so make sure ukuthi ucomfortable so if umuntu enazokwenzela ngathi ukwenzela ifavor then nominate uyaqala uyamtshela then sikaba nalento ukuthi uvusulaka uyabona sikamela then you can't tell me that or you can't tell me that. I will do that on my own time. Because those one who have that attitude. So as Master says, there is even attitude behind the black-owned business. Yeah. So even when no cash, now even say my employees. Abazokhona cash. Umuntu uyacash but then they uza nalento ukuthi una attitude ukuthi yangiwenzele favor bosohlele eGhana.
Even with the pain, but like the pay. If uzobheka for instance lama pub or restaurants, clubs are owner like around abantu abamnyama and then baqasha abantu abamnyama, it's like ama waiters ayasokola.
Yeah.
Too much.
Blind ababahafi. Whereas labantu bahlala bese grounding bame ngeenyawo and baphithizela. And not only that, they have to have their attractive character. They have to pull out the attractive character so that the customer coming to the restaurant comes back again. Is happy, tips them well. Yeah, one. So even your tip, there's
even businesses, dog, that take from your tips.
Imagine they take 50%. They take 50%,
and it's not like you're getting a monthly salary from.
Yeah, you're not getting it.
I'll tell next depend on my tip. The business is still gonna take from you.
And the far west after that, you're going to clean for them.
Yeah,
you're going to clean. You're going to wash dishes for them. Then after that, there's this one. They will tell you you need to even pay them for their classes. If you need to, you'll be using their classes to service these people. They will tell you will pay them 100 rands per day for using their classes to service their clients. 100 rand a day. Let's say maybe you don't get a tip. That means you didn't make any money. For that day. And they want the 100 rand.
A business let's cut it all man.
Yeah, it's all and a lot
from
beverages. Whatever is on the menu, you got money from that. And then you're still gonna take from my pocket.
Yes. A lot. And a back an attitude of Chela Gucci. It's either you ship out or you ship out.
So Tolomu.
Yeah, so Tolomu. There are a lot of people out there. It's not common to spy. So most of those attitude and yabona kule mina ngile benguyo bengithi lama special amawethu but mawangena afike vele ayigqokela ugqoka vele impahla zakho but you are given a color to wear yabona then uyafika lapho ufika then ufika uclean then mawuzofika uclean behamba kupay ukuthi ucleanile then uyasicleanela after lapho abawangena abantu abaservice then you make sure ukuthi labantu laba maqeda beservice uzama ukuthi as usho eske baqeda usho ukuthi there's certain character that you need to bring out right that character is needed in order for you to acquire that tip to make sure ukuthi the way you interact with that customer just to ensure ukuthi at the end of the day uyakhona ukuthi angaye that certain percentage yellow tip then mawuqeda ukuthola leyo tip at least now uba na something so ngathi ngakubuza ngelila ngabuza i1 wethu ngathi yini kahle kahle nijabulisa inenze ukuthi every day nikhona ukubuya la nibuye ngesmile athi ya sometimes la unokwenza boma 2000 uva na 2000 it's sure it's nice but do you make that amount every day are you treated well every day you're not so ujuthwa ileyo mali ifana nokuthi umuntu azothi ngizokubhadala per day imali uyithola per day imnandi but ayikho into ozokhona ukuzenza ngayo because uyithola every day makuphela inyanga wenzeni awuyiboni because immediately manje azothola 500 ukhumbule ukuthi mawuphuma la uphuma ngo2 am samele uspende ku transport and mawukhona la nokudla kwakhona uyathengisela kumele ukuthenge then mawusuka lapho sekumele fanele uphinde ubuye ekseni futhi uphelile then awusuka lapho umuntu uyabuya futhi ugaya leyo attitude leyo agaya yona ngaya ngelilanga head i-interview med-rent ubone ukuthi even the black owned those one abungathi ba professional to a point ukuthi base town ukuthi baphakathi kuma corporate companies uthi afika ukubize ku interview then saya then is interviewer grand then sharp then check ukuthi ufuna bona laba banitestayo ukuthi if you saying ukuthi you have this certain skills they will give you a laptop do what you have to do then you do it they will like calling you okay you have passed that now we are employing you then sengavaya umuntu siyafika Monday sibiza si 2 out of 10 then siyavaya sifika lapha asifika then thola ama employees akhona then as offer ama chairs then siyahlala then silinde i-welcome i-briefing contract angithola into ezikanjalo because now ukhumbula into ewani most people abada ama interns and I have passed the phase ama interns I've been there but now I'm done about that and I make sure I emphasize that during the interview I'm no longer looking for an internship now I'm looking for a real job angithola.
And there you have it, folks.
Started
raining episode.
A raining episode.
Please nale over 500 subs, eh?
Still Nceba then.
I think we can wrap up. We can wrap up.
Wrap up and then maybe I'm gonna make one point and then we
can wrap.
Abona le ezinkulumo into kanjalo. So umuntu uyafika ke present as an employer to the business then we expect ukuthi you should be treated by ama employee with what to do and how to proceed around the environment ye job. So yabona ukuthi attitude yangathi mangikhuluma nawe ngitshela ukuthi don't call me on my personal phone to tell me that you are there, you're waiting for me. Wanginike attitude. So now I had to respond the way I had to respond. I didn't care it was an employee or what. It didn't employ me. So I had to respond in that way. So at the end of the day, uyabona ukuthi as much as sifuna ukusupportana kulama business akhona but it's the attitude enye esikhawathayo nebona ukuthi it's drawing our business back as black people. So we should change that attitude. At the end of the day, as Pinde Sasho futhi ukuthi you should have a plan. Masiqale business. Which I think these things are a foundation of every business that exists and is still successful today. A business besi mentionile abo Nike, Coca-Cola, those businesses they make sure ukuthi my employees, those people are making sure that business here run every day.
Look at Ipa too and Joe.
The employees
are treated very well to a point where they imagine.
They take care of their employees.
They had staff pass. Now my employees can even like when the employee be a complainer from I think Trip. He complain about manje angeke ngisakhona ukuthi ngifile liya vibe emnandi ebhasini masibuye eSpani now with my fellow employees ama peers wami ngispana nawo because ngikhone uku-afford imoto manje sengidriver ngiyi-1 manje imagine such a
nice stories to
tell Joe and we wish ukuthi if ever you're an entrepreneur you should have a plan on how you're gonna like treat your
employees.
And
you're
how
right,
you're gonna
like
treat your
having a
customers
shuttle
as well.
bus, it helps. I mean, not everyone can afford it. I need transport.
Transport,
you know. So having that in place helps them.
It helps.
Okay, you actually have them in mind.
You're considering.
So it will
you
also
understand.
drive performance when they have to deliver. They'll drive.
They don't have to worry about ngizokwenza njani konje to go home. Even if they have to work late abana stress.
They know it's okay. The company's got me covered.
Yeah.
So those kind of things they
But
do
then,
drive a company forward.
To my fellow black brothers and sisters who own businesses.
And yet to own businesses.
Yes, and yet to own businesses. This is the conversation I had with one of a school principal last week. What I said to him is this, and I will say it to you. An employee is your hero in front of your eyes. Is the person who makes you look good. Is the person who makes sure that a business can run a grand. That person is your hero.
Yeah.
To your employees, a customer is a hero.
Muyofagi
man. So if your employee can treat the customer as a hero, those people then make sure they'll come back. If you as an employer, you treat your employees as heroes, they will make sure they perform
even
at
better.
their best level.
Yeah.
I mean, every business operates out of people. The target market is people, and if you don't treat people well, if you don't know how to treat people, and then it means that the business yako
It won't
can't
flourish.
succeed.
Yeah,
it
it's
can't
already
succeed.
too. Treatment is everything.
Yeah. And good. It's popular. Ukuthi we are asked to support our black businesses, most especially when it comes to merchandise.
Yeah.
Whether it's your shoes, your
Clothes.
t-shirts, your caps, and when you're looking at it, one thing we once experienced when we were in varsity running a brand, your Magic Ore.
Yeah.
Umeri, our guest on that episode, actually asked me, the t-shirt. So I tell her the price. Can't remember the price, what it was. And then she was like, okay, what am I paying for? Are you saying that this price is for you buying a t-shirt and pasting your logo on it, and then that's it? And then I understood, Uguti, I didn't position this brand properly.
Yeah. That was a
Because-
good question.
That was a very good question, and it made me reflect good brand of why do I have a brand that's
This
called
niche.
Magic Ore? And now other people understood. There's some people who understood Uguti. When they buying this brand, they are buying an experience they had with
with
me
you.
while I was performing. Yeah, one. So I got to explain that, and she was like, "Oh, okay," and she bought the brand. Yeah, one. So it's always good to. Sometimes they don't ask this type of questions to judge you or
Yeah.
to put you down, to
Yeah.
To
criticize
understand.
you.
Yeah.
It's for you to reflect now with it. Okay, I've missed one
To
step.
grow, actually. To grow.
Yeah, I've missed one
Yeah.
step, and you constantly should.
Use
Yeah,
that
I
to
mean, we
elevate.
all would like our money to rotate around us instead of us going to buy in Nike, going to buy a
Keeping it
Coca-Cola,
inside.
going to buy
keeping
a
it
Red Bull.
elokishini.
Yeah, Joe.
Uphume
Yeah.
elokishini, uye lay down, thenge Gucci, but Gucci is not looking back at you and saying, "Oh, thanks for buying," you know. But
Yeah,
black-owned businesses
Yeah.
like Bodrip,
Yeah.
people go by there and they still come back and they look after their employees and all of that.
Black employees.
You know, and black employees.
Your sister.
Thank more fire.
Brother.
Abantu ngibona abajaji more fire. More fire. It tastes
That guy
like
gave
Red
people
Bull and
jobs.
whatever. But Joe, it's an energy drink that's gonna. You're not doing this to have a taste. Anganga taste me, ukuthi ngizokhona ukuyijudge ngicompare
Yeah.
because I'm not a caffeine
Energy
person.
drink person.
Yeah, one. So it's like don't look at it that way, but look at it
What it's done.
Layer fake trigger DJ Smooth.
What has it done?
Yeah.
What
It
has
has
it
your
done?
brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
So it would really help if you take that 10 rand, 13, 15 rand
And throw it in that
go
direction.
and buy it. Yeah, one. Because you're not only supporting with DJ Smooth. DJ Smooth, useva abantu, he has a payroll. Yeah, one. So that's how our money rotates around us. That's another thing we should look at when we're buying stuff and when we're starting these businesses. Where does this money going to? For instance, we have these t-shirts. We know most of the time these t-shirts are imported from China.
Yeah.
Come on now, Gumagogo Kaleni, uyazithungela lama t-shirts from start. Why don't we go to Magogo or
City, can we have a batch?
Usislebu oqeda ukuphuma esikolweni ashaya i-riding
Ama-design,
uyabona,
yeah.
or ashaya i-fashion design siye kuye ashayele lezi zinto and actually pay her because naye izokhulisa ibhizinesi yakhe
Ibhizinisi
while
yakhe,
nethi
sure.
ibhizinesi
Cool.
ikhula. So that's how we should keep things around us. That's how we can into important engayifunda from Nceba Touch ukuthi the value chain, the importance of the value chain in business. Ukuthi everything that we do, we should go back to its core. Even if Usithembe kwayo preaches the same thing. Ukuthi that's one thing we don't understand as black people. It's the value chain. Ukuthi to the core, where does this come from?
And where is it going?
If ever out ithengisa coffee, we should look at ukuthi, okay, if you want to start this coffee brand, you're not gonna buy these seeds from Ifama Van Riebeck or Ifama John whoever. You're gonna buy these seeds from a black farmer. That's how we own the value chain, so that our money revolves around us. And I'm not trying to have a racial divide here, but I mean, we the worst performing race when it comes to economy. Like economy it's dead. That's the only place we don't even show up.
Yeah.
Because silwa ngisho ukusupportana sisodwa. That's why
And siyanyatsana, that's another thing.
That's where it starts. With ngiyangikhuluma ntwana.
Yeah.
I can start my own instead of we
working
get that.
together.
Yeah, work together
Yeah,
instead of
work
collaborate. Instead of my
And you don't trust the brand yakantwana compared to a brand that's owned by a big corporation or a big brand. Solana ngegama. Whereas untwana naye offers
could
a brand,
be there.
offers
He could
quality a
he
grade,
could
but
get
now
there.
udinga wena ukuthi
Afike
support
lapho.
be that person.
Because now they started somewhere. Exactly where this person is where they started, you know. But through support and like constant contribution, they got to where they are at that point.
Shaka vele ngedrip check nebathu.
Hey,
Ama-sneakers ama-producer now anjani. They're way better quality than before because of support.
Yeah.
Because of his support yabantu. Yeah.
It gets better.
Yeah.
Get better.
Yeah.
So
But now we're gonna uyibheke iquality osithengisela
Yeah.
yona ungathi support ama black
support
business mara
for the
I'll
sake
provide.
of
I'll provide you on a
Yeah.
lente grand
Yeah.
esifunayo.
Nah.
So yeah.
Look into that as well. Take pride in your work.
man.
Ungadlulisisana kunina sisho ungadlulisisana kunina ukuthi okay just for the sake of it. Uyabona,
Take
do have a
pride.
plan ukuthi
Uyenza
izinto
ngokuthanda.
zihamba
Uyenza
uthathe into from
Take pride ukuthi umuntu makathenge lento makafika endlini ufuna ajabule. Ajabule.
Uyabona lento bowuyisho ukuthi you should understand ukuthi you are not the hero for making that person wear a certain brand. They are a hero
for wearing your brand.
For wearing your brand because they will feel a certain way, and it's your duty as an entrepreneur ukuthi, or as a business owner ukuthi umenze loyo muntu afeel a certain way, afeel as a hero. Uyabona? And it's us complain about izinto like service for instance service when you're calling a service provider or
call centers.
call centers. And zothola lapho we are treated like shit, man. And we understand that these people go through a lot with the whole day bakhuluma on their calls, and some people bakhiphela ama frustrations kubo and nabo they just eye for an eye. But I feel like we also should invest in the people that we like lento boyishama employees we invest kuma employees because they are at the front of our business. For instance, manje sothi Telkom Joe angisafuna ukufonela iTelkom mina because ngiyazi ukuthi if ever ngiyabafonela ngizoma waiting line Uyabona izinto ezinjalo.
Yeah.
So it means Telkom is not investing in that. Uyabona? It's a bad thing now. It more shares the reputation in Telkom.
Yeah, attitude with mangfona.
Because uhlangana attitude. And you understand ukuthi it's not just attitude le. Attitude maybe everywhere because la bantu abahandla la call bakhathele. And there's
all
not
they do.
enough.
Yeah, and it's all they do. You need to think what this is all they do. Sometimes they get turned down by people, and low muntum turn it down was probably rude now. You know what I'm so sekaporekile. Now I have to make another call that could possibly turn into a rejection.
Yeah, one.
So utumkhulumisa kahle lo muntu ntwana mara because you rejected them and you rejected kahle seka dropa ngathi uyalo akathi no uthi okay thanks for taking my call whatever bye vela tit ngize ngiboreke ntwana nami ngidawa mara I actually took the time and listened to you. I could have just said, you know what, I'm not interested. Bye.
Small things.
It's the small things. Yeah, and that person is in the line of the company. Before reach the company. So if that person is treating me like that, how am I going to come back tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
So
then they can also try to be a bit more nicer to me as the customer, or answering the phone with you. Hi, how are you? Oh, this product is not available, or whatever. I understand you not wanting to take this policy or this service. I'll try again some other time.
They understand the value of the job.
I feel bad, I turned it down. Marama was over drop and Simba. I'm feeling a key.
Hey, sir.
All good. A garage, like an engine garage, like petrol. If you drive straight, don't turn anywhere. There's a BP on your right hand side. Just if you proceed straight. Yeah, so when you get to those robots, just continue straight, going that way. Yeah, so you just go straight. No problem.
Nice ride, man.
I must say.
Hey.
But then all in all, Ntwana, as an employee, don't employ a black employee and having that mindset that you are doing them a huge favor.
Yeah.
Employ them because you need them and treat them accordingly. And they will do good for your business. From there, I guess,
we can sign out.
as we always say,
take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and take care of your pockets. This is the Empty Street Podcast, and we're signing out. Nah, he went up. We're supposed to turn that way.
That's his game.
Alright.
Yeah, man, I think